What's up, Angel City? It's your girl Panda here, bringing you episode 94 of Angel City Chicks, here to recap the most recent game, begrudgingly, and talk to you about what's going on around the league. But first, of course, I could not do this alone. I am joined today by my favorite co host, Nina. What's going on, Nina?
What's up, Panda? Hey, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that way you never miss an episode. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And, I have a confession to start with because despite every episode telling everyone to like and subscribe, to listen, to let us know their thoughts in the comments, I made a boo boo. I did a total womp, womp, womp. Yeah,
I am
I'm
so
so.
upset with you, Nina. You are always so on top of things. You are always so just like organized and like I mean your job at work is operations manager. And as far as managing the operations of this podcast, you haven't done it.
I made a big boo boo. So I was looking at we published through Buzzsprout on all the podcast platforms, and I've been watching in the last 2 weeks. I'm like, God, our downloads are so low, and I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, did something change? Are people watching a different way? Do we suck all of a sudden? I don't know. And it took me until about 1 hour ago to realize I forgot to even upload the episodes.
Hi.
I've been missing the key step in podcasting.
To upload it to a platform accessible by all of our wonderful
Yeah,
fans. Yes, that is
yeah.
correct.
Whoops.
So sorry to everybody out there who listens to us on a podcast platform like Apple or Spotify or whatever else is uploaded from. It wasn't there. So maybe you made your way to YouTube and saw it because you're like, I don't know where it's at. But also, if you don't see the stuff, how about you guys reach out to us and be like, hey, where's your episode? And then Nina could have figured it out. But either way, that's not going to happen this week. We are going to make sure that this episode is uploaded to all the platforms because you don't have, if you don't like YouTube, that's fine. That's why we give you many, many options to listen, to watch, whatever it is you want to do. And yes, we are so excited to know that that is the reason. And maybe, just maybe, it's not because you guys don't like us anymore because
Yeah, my bad.
we work really hard at this and we put a lot together. And we're never going to be that podcast that technically breaks down stuff and really gives
Hey,
it to you from that. Well, Nina would love to, but we don't got time for that. We are here to just talk about Angel City in a safe place. And if you want to air your grievances, by all means, please do that as well. Believe me, we have plenty of them and we're going to talk about them today on this podcast, but not quite yet. So that's good. We can ease into the anger. How about that?
oof. Yeah, and I mean, with today's episode, we will definitely be easing slowly into it. What's up, everybody? So glad to have you with us in the comments. Christian, yeah, I'm still the favorite. Michelle, good to see you. Kid Scoop Media, we have missed seeing you guys. We love you so much, and we're so glad you're here in the chat with us. Um, you want to dive into this? Like, what are we thinking now that I've admitted all of my guilt and
Now that you have admitted your faults in life, we can move on with this podcast. And I'll be honest, it's going to be a quick one. So if you're listening to this on a long commute home on a weekday, maybe queue up another one to piggyback it on because we don't have a lot to talk about. There wasn't a lot in the game. There's not a lot of Angel City news. Not a lot of fun NWSL news. We're going to get straight to the point, and we're going to start off with news that came out earlier this week about Angel City Football Club has hired their first ever technical
ever.
director. First ever technical director in that of Mark Wilson. And, a lot of comments that I saw out there were people that said, wow, just now a technical director? Like, oh my God. Like they act like they're surprised that we hadn't had one this whole time. But let me tell you, this is something actually unique to the NWSL. There aren't a lot around the league. And I kind of attribute that to I think early on in this league, you have to really watch your budgets because there wasn't a lot of money floating around. So that was just not a job that was needed. It wasn't a job that was probably budgeted for. But as this game has gotten more competitive, and as these players have gotten better, and as they have had a need for people to come in and go, okay, we don't need just people on the pitch kicking balls. We need good people on the pitch kicking balls. We need people out there with purpose. We need specific positions and specific this, that, and everything else.
Mhm.
And we've got a technical director that hopefully can help do that. And I'm so excited. Nina, tell them a little bit about why this guy is a pretty good hire in your eyes.
Yeah, Mark Wilson definitely comes with a good resume. That's probably why he beat me out for the job. He did play for FC Dallas, where he earned 23 match appearances.
You got
And
beat because they heard about your ability to upload podcasts, clearly.
whatever. um, he also, in addition to his playing career, he has a master's of science degree in sports directorship and has held coaching positions for New York Red Bulls USL2 team, the Colorado Rapids women's WPSL team, and most notably, he took the Rapids to a WPSL national final in 2022. With the Colorado Rapids, he was head of education, creating a robust talent ID and development methodology and strategy for both coaches and players. So this is somebody who's playing chess on the pitch. He is looking, 5-10 moves down the field, not just with what we're doing now. And as we see from this match, we need that.
Absolutely, he could not have come at a better time. Very excited for him. Also, did not know there was even a Master's of Science degree in sports directorship. Anyways, about to go out and try to get me one of those just for funsies. But anyways, welcome to
Very
the
cool.
club, Mark Wilson. I know we're not going to see the fruits of his labor early on. We can't expect this to be something overnight. Obviously, this is a long-term goal. This is a plan that we're making. So, I don't know. I mean, I would love for us to, show
I
up
don't
to
know.
the next game, just like a different team because, we definitely have some things to work on and we are going to highlight those. But either
Well,
way,
what I hear when I hear some news like this, I hear academy.
okay,
I
that's
don't
fine.
know.
Maybe.
It could
I don't
be,
know.
down the line. We'll
Could
see.
be. I'm sure there's lots of things that he is looking at. I think he's very excited to be a part of this and to add this to his resume. So we'll see. Only time will tell. It's probably gonna take a little bit of time for us to have anything really relevant to talk about in terms of what his contribution is, because I feel like that is a very layered type of position that he has. So
Yeah.
anyways, let's just dive into that game that we were at on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just talk about it. There are some good things to talk about. There are some bad things to talk about. And we'll highlight all of those. But the first good thing that I want to highlight is the fact that Clarissa Lebion, she got her first start of the season, and I think it was Becky Tweed in an interview who said she had shown her things in practice that really proved to her that she was ready to start, and she got it. And I'm so excited because I felt like she had a great season last season. Like I don't feel like she had the type of performance that warranted her not starting this season. But again, we've always said we are not in practice. We do not see what they see. We don't see how they're all working together. We don't see, how the midfield, especially, is such a complex position. We don't see how they're using one another and how they work together.
Mhm.
So it was really exciting to see Le'Veon get her first start of this season for this club. And I thought she did a great job. So let's go dive right into the fact that Angel City did lose their match at home against the Houston Dash 0-1 by way of a late goal in the 8th minute of stoppage time to none other than former Angel City defender Paige Nielsen, because we live in LA. I mean, hello, Hollywood. We love a good dramatic story. We love
Yeah.
something that looks like it was a script that we wrote. So why wouldn't the former player of Angel City, who everyone loved and adored, who didn't want to leave, who got traded at the weirdest time of this season to another team, why wouldn't she score the goal to win this game? Let's be honest.
It hurts so much, and, we'll get into that goal later. I don't wanna give too much away, but daggers to our hearts, like, as excited as we are for Paige because we do love her,
We're gonna
just
relive it together. Don't worry,
yeah.
guys.
We'll
Hang
we'll
on.
we'll
We're gonna relive it. But let's go ahead and start out. This match was very chippy at the beginning. I think Houston had 6 fouls and 2 yellow cards in the first 20 minutes of play. So they came ready to play. They knew what it was going to take to be competitive against us because, like we said, they had not won a game in the last 5 games. So they thought, all right, let's see if we can try to go toe to toe with Angel City. Now, in the 13th minute, we did earn our first opportunity to score when, okay, you see my notes? I don't know if you can read
yes,
them.
I
Okay. We went
kinda.
through, we read the notes for this game, and they said ACFC earned their first opportunity to score when Claire Emsley played a free kick into the box. Guess what? It
Was
wasn't
not
Claire
Claire
Emsley.
Emsley.
It was not Claire Emsley. I was like, "What are you talking about?" I went back and watched the highlights again so I
Yeah.
could make sure. It was Clarice Lebion. It was her. She is the one who served that ball into the box that found its way to the head of Sydney Leroux, who unfortunately her diving header missed outside of the right corner of the goal. Now, I'm not saying Claire Emsley wouldn't have done the exact same thing. Probably
Mhm.
would have been a similar outcome. Let's not be, she's just as good. But Clarice Lebion needs to have credit where credit is due. And it was her who serviced that ball into the box, who almost gave us our first opportunity at a goal.
Yeah, it was definitely her. You look back and watch the footage, she places that perfectly. You see LaRue giving her the thumbs up, like, yes, that's what we want. And everyone noticed that if LaRue had gotten her head to that, that would have been a goal. That would have been a beautiful
Absolutely.
way to start that momentum. You never know what that could do. But alas, just an opportunity. So let's go forward into the 25th minute. The Dash are able to create a chance when midfielder Avery Patterson sent a cross to the left of the box for forward Ramona Bachman, who almost nailed a shot from point blank range that went vertical over the top of goal. And then forward Alyssa Thompson creates an opportunity for Angel City in the 32nd minute after dribbling past the defenders in the box for a short shot that was blocked, resulting in a corner kick. And that seemed to be a lot of the momentum of the first half was like a couple shots from each, some plays that advance but aren't really building up to what they could potentially be. We're not really finishing in that final third, and that momentum is starting from the back, from the midfield, and it's not growing quite enough. The first half ends 0-0 with Angel City possessing the ball for 58.8% of the time for the first 45 minutes and earning an 82.8, which is a super high pass accuracy rate. And we outshot Houston 7 shots to their 2.
Like, look at this first half. We actually didn't play bad, and I think Houston
Hmm.
played really well. It was a good first half for us, despite the fact that we could not finish those chances. But we did what we have been doing pretty consistently all season, and that is shutting out our opponents in the first half. Angel City have stopped the opposition from scoring a first half goal in 6 of their 8 games, and the Orlando Pride. They have they're the only team that have done it more often than us, and that is 7 of their 8 games. So you have to give credit where credit's due. They are not allowing goals in the first half, which is great, but they need to copy paste first to second because we got something happening here, unfortunately, that is really stealing points from us when we really should be taking them ourselves. Now, in the beginning of the second half, we're going to see Houston able to produce 2 shots inside the box that were defended well by our back line. The first one came in the 50th minute as oh gosh, I Puttingham. I didn't even
Yeah.
look to see what her actual name was until I was like, oh, Puttingham got an opportunity, but she shot it wide of the right side of the goal while forward Diana Ordonez, she got the second chance in the 56th minute, and that was blocked by several ACFC defenders. Now, another chance for Angel City came in the 72nd minute when defender Jasmine Spencer forced a cross into the box to LaRue, who put just a little bit too much power on the shot, and this would have put us up on the dash 1-0. And I can only think of what could have been, unfortunately. And LaRue is just right there. It just did not happen for
Mhm.
her, unfortunately. And we're still at a stalemate, unfortunately, in the 73rd minute of this game.
Yeah, I mean, uh, it's a tough position to be in, when we all wanted this. Like, we thought coming in, we should annihilate them. So I'm sorry. At this point, even though it's 0-0, this is feeling super lossy. It's feeling like, why aren't we up 5-0? Because we should have been able to come out and crush them, but they had the thing we couldn't have. They had Paige and Angel City's defense, though. We did try and step up. We didn't allow the Dash to create a shot for over 20 minutes as the clock dwindled down. Both teams stayed scoreless offensively. We took 6 shots in the second half leading into stoppage time, but we're only able to convert one target shot, so only one of those on frame. The last 10 minutes, tons of opportunities from both sides, with Angel City getting several of them, but unable to get a shot inside the box. And now here is where we come to cry. I'm going to do you one solid here. I'm going to make us all rewatch this together because that's just the type of person I am. Here we go.
A good chance this is in. The service bounces all the way through and in! Oh, wow! Paige Nielsen against her former team!
The announcer fucking me up.
So painful. In the 99th minute, this is the final minute of stoppage time. Paige Nielsen scores the game-winning goal off of a corner kick, the last touch of the match, a one-touch little volley into the back of the net. Just the most painful thing ever. The final whistle blows, and of course, they storm the pitch and hug her. And yeah, we're all happy for Paige, whatever.
Poetic justice. I saw a lot of that out there on social media. A lot of people saying Angel City got what they deserved with this. And, I take a little offense to that because, the fan base, we didn't ask for this. And we're the ones that really
No.
felt it too. The players on the pitch, they didn't ask for this and they felt that too. So yeah, no, Angel City didn't get what they deserved. I mean, it sucks. It's unfortunate. It's part of the game. I mean, I hated every minute of it. Love that for her, hate that for us. It just sucks. I don't know how else to put it. I
Yep.
I I echo what you said when we were nearing those last few moments. It was like the 97th minute about to stop. And I mean, I remember being frustrated going, "Ugh, can't believe we're going to get a tie out of this." Because I'd said earlier to somebody, I said, "Man, if we don't win today, and I don't mean win, I mean if we don't win convincingly, we need to have some conversations because this team hadn't
Yep.
won in 5 games and they were at the bottom of the table. Like, why are we not annihilating them? So to walk away thinking, "Ugh, we're gonna get a draw. This sucks at home." Like, what the heck? And
And then it
then
got worse.
and then it got worse. It got so much worse, Nina. Like, seriously, like that wasn't great.
Nope.
I don't know. I feel terrible for the team because they put so much into it. I mean, I watched some interviews and it was kind of interesting because Becky said it's so funny how I felt like for 60, 70 minutes we played, some of our best football and we lose. And then last week when we played Utah, I thought we played kind of not great, but we won. Like, it's just such a confusing game sometimes how this goes. And we look at the stats and the stats are very interesting. Like, take away the shots on target. You look at possession, we controlled that. Passes were good, pass accuracy was great, fouls even, yellow cards even. I mean, corners even, very much even. It's just
It
luck.
shouldn't have been. I think that's the frustrating part here is, we have all these other great stats, but when we look at, like you said, 13 to 8 in shots, 3 and 3 on target, when we look at all this, it was a super even matchup and we should have been able to annihilate them.
We
And
absolutely
that's
should have.
frustrating.
And what sucks, and I have this in my notes, and it's just brought up in the chat. I think where people's frustrations lie are, okay, we lost Paige and Amandi. What the heck are we getting? What we need? You got money, use it. What's happening? Give us
Mhm.
something. Like, at this point, we've only lost. We haven't gained anything. And that's very frustrating for the fans, and I totally understand. I mean, if we're winning without them and it's not a big deal, it's fine. But when you see obvious holes and you see things that we need and we're not using what we have to try and acquire that, which again, we got this technical director. Hopefully that's part of this process of them coming in and recruiting and finding out exactly what pieces we need, what can we afford to get, and what is going to be the most bang for our buck at this point. We need
Yeah.
something, because if
I
we
mean,
cannot beat a 13th place winless Houston team at home, what are we
on Mother's
doing
Day, on
on
Mother's
Mother's
Day,
Day and celebrating? Please tell me the correct acronym so I don't say it wrong. The Asian American.
ANHPI.
Would you say that again?
AANHPI.
Right. We were celebrating all these amazing things, and that was still not enough. So we're missing something. So please, hi, fix it.
Yeah.
So
Right. So let's look at the standings though, because there is a small bright side here. You know, we're not at the bottom. We're not out. We're in ninth place. You know who's right above us? San Diego Wave, our rivals, who we get to take on next time. And, you know, it sucks. It always sucks to lose, but Houston Dash moved up to 10th place. So now they're just right behind us.
yeah,
It's not as bad as it feels. And it feels really, really, really bad.
I think it's not so much about what we lost in that sense. It's what we could have gained. I mean, we could have been up there in 6th place. We could have been sitting pretty good in a position we haven't felt in a while, and I think that's what makes it worse. I hate always playing catch up, and it just sucks. That's all. And it's not going to get any easier, because our next matchup that we have is against the Washington Spirit, who are currently sitting
Mhm.
in 3rd place. They have 6 wins and 3 losses, no draws. So they're doing pretty good. They've got 18 points, so they're going to be a tough one, and it is in Washington. So, but we have been good on
All
the
right.
road.
Mario is making me laugh. I'm going to assume it's Mario here as Casual FC. Hello from the outside. Because we're outside of the playoff. I'm dead.
I'm so glad.
Oh, Mario's one of my favorites.
Are you harnessing your inner Adele right there?
I am. I am. I
Oh,
cannot
well, all
be
right.
her.
So, whatever. We can talk all day about how much that game sucked, but I don't really want to, because it makes me sad, and I don't like being sad. So let's move on to what is in front of us. We have our
Yes.
next match, as I said, against the Spirit on Saturday, May 18th at 4:30 Pacific time, and the match will stream live on Ion.
Don't
Watch
show up
party.
to BMO because it won't be there.
Be Mo in another state. No. The draft party, Nina.
Yes, High Tops Los Feliz. Party starts at 3:30, kickoff 4:30. Super exciting. I'm sure a bunch of our SGs are going to be announcing their watch parties as well. Always a fun thing to do, to go out and support. And you know, though, like, I'm just most excited for this other thing. For this next slide that's going on. Our next
I
home
know why. I know why you are. So, but please, I will let you have this.
our next home match, we are taking on the Wave May 23rd at home rivalry match. It's going to be Blackout the Wave. We have a super duper cool giveaway. The first 10,000, that's right, less than half of our stadium crowd are going to walk away with a Sol Rosa limited edition ACFC branded beach towel. There are going to be people lining up. I guarantee you. Get to
glad
this
we
match
have media.
early. Oh, we're going to go in quick and grab
We're
those.
gonna
That's
get
going to be
very
so
quick.
cool.
I do love me a good beach towel. I hate the beach. Let's just
Love
put
the
that
towel.
out there. Absolutely hate the beach. Love a
Same.
good beach towel though. So I need to put that on a lawn chair in front of a nice pool is what I need. So this will be my
Love
pool
that.
towel.
Okay,
I can't
but
wait.
this
It'll
is
be
what cracks me up.
yeah, please tell everybody why this is kind of funny.
This is hilarious to me because we are advertising to black out the wave. Blackout, wear your black kits, wear your black gear, and we're giving away a pink towel.
Everybody's gonna be waving their pink towel in the middle of the blackout. It's gonna be great. I can't wait.
It's
Okay.
just the things we don't always think through.
Why didn't they just make it a black beach towel? Jeez.
Maybe it's double-sided, maybe it's black on one side, pink on the other.
That's what I was gonna say. That would be cool, if it were black on one side, pink on the other. That would be cool. So I don't
I
know.
just
We'll
doubt that's
see.
the thing, but the beach towel says SoCal is Sol Rosa, but we're
Right.
blacking out the wave. So why not wear pink?
Or give that out on a different day when we're not blacking out the stadium. Like kind of weird. Doesn't really make sense, but whatever. I don't know. I'm not surprised. Let's just be honest. That tracks.
That tracks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Either
just
way, yeah.
I was
This
gonna
will be
ask
the next.
Mario what hotel thinking was. I was like, "What is hotel thinking?" Hopeful thinking, yeah.
I thought hotel thinking. I was like, towels.
Maybe, well, like, vacation? Where are we going with this? Because we need a
Right? Is it
vacation.
exactly? Anyways, those are your next two games to look forward to. We're going to be away on Saturday, and then we will be back at home on May 23rd. I believe that is a Thursday. So
It
that'll be
is.
exciting. I am off on Friday, and then we will be celebrating Nina's birthday weekend following that. So
Yeah,
that's.
we will.
Do you have
I'm
any?
getting
Have
old.
you decided exactly what you're doing yet? For sure, for sure.
I think so.
Or is it just hanging out and chilling in some Lake Arrowhead action
Yeah, let's go to
with
the
our new,
lake
yeah, with our new beach towels?
with our new beach towels. There you go.
That's right. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, that is really all we have for Angel City news as far as what's going on, what's coming up, and what already happened. Let's move on to. There's only one bit of NWSL news that we are going to talk about. Like I said, it's going to be a short podcast. Sorry for that, but you know what? I can't make up news. I mean, I could make up news, I
We could
guess.
make up news. That could be a
We
really
can talk
exciting
a
episode.
we can talk a little bit after this about something, but let's talk about something I think is really exciting. I'm very excited about this. This is FIFA announcing plans for the first ever Women's Club World Cup. NWSL teams are going to face off against Europe's elite clubs and more in competitive games. What the heck do you think about seeing Angel City take on like Arsenal
This
or Manchester
to be
United or Barcelona?
fantastic.
Oh
This is
my
going to
gosh.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. I think this is an incredible opportunity. I cannot wait. I think this is great marketing. I think this is great competition. I think this is going to elevate the game even more. Long time coming. Hands down, applause on my half.
Absolutely. I think this just shows the direction that this women's game is heading in and the growth of it, the fact that we're able to do these things, and I cannot wait to see how they how they match up. Like I'm so excited. I mean, this is going to be great. I'm very excited, and I'm not always excited about these sidebar competitions. I think it's a lot, and they
But this
get
one's not fugazi. This is legit.
I know. I'm so excited. I haven't heard anything about this. Like, have you heard about times or win or anything? Have you looked
Nothing.
anything?
I'm just with Max and I'm over here. Club World Cup. Club World Cup. I'm just in the hype mode.
As you
But
should be.
on your new
Absolutely.
segment, according to Casual FC, we do have the opportunity for you to break down probably news.
Probably. Breaking news alerts with Panda. Probably. I love that. Thanks. Doing my best here.
Here as
I
we
don't
make up
know.
things on the Angel City Chicks podcast. Nothing so far has been made up, but
Oh,
apparently Panda's gonna
I do
you're
have
gonna make
news.
something
So
up?
the Women's Club World Cup has been proposed to start during January, February of 2026, with the 16-team tournament to be held every 4 years. World Football Governing Body FIFA said on Wednesday. So yesterday, that's what they said. So this is going to be 2026 every 4 years. So it's going to be super exciting to see that level of football. Oh, can't wait. It's going to be great.
There
So
we go. I love it. Love to hear it.
anyway,
Love to see it. All right.
well,
Any fake news you want to announce?
fake news. Let's see. Nina's on top of her stuff. No, that's not news. She's not. Never mind. I don't know. I'm currently enjoying Love Undercover. If you haven't checked it out, it's fantastic. It's again, we talked about it. It's 5 professional footballers who are trying to find love in LA, but they're not allowed to tell the women they're dating that they're professional footballers. They are like construction workers or owners of like a restaurant or a personal trainer. They have to pretend like they're just average Joes, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, that's a lot of fun. So check that out on Peacock because Marco Fabian, who plays for the Empire Strikers, he is on there. So it's kind of cool that I personally know somebody who's on this show. Such a nice guy, and honestly, you know, he's kind of like he's not doing so well. Unfortunately, I feel really bad because
Oh,
I know how great he is, and these women just can't quite see it yet, and it's unfortunate. But anyways, I think it's great. So, yes, Casual FC, I would love to be the new physio for ACFC or any professional team at this rate. Like, I think that would be fantastic. If I could go back and like recalibrate a dream job out of what I know I can do, would love to be like a like physical therapist or an electric. Wow, I'm just making up stuff. An exercise science major or something and work for like a professional sports team as like rehab and things like that. So because I don't know if you saw, but Patrick Mahomes gave a huge shout out to Kansas City's physio for getting him back onto the field after his injury and basically credited her for being the reason why he won. And so that's what I want.
that's pretty cool.
So,
Can we talk about other news that's also super duper important to the world of soccer? Not women's soccer per se, but I would say soccer on a global scale.
sure.
Trash pandas.
Oh my
Trash
gosh.
panda pitch invaders are the thing today.
Oh my gosh. If anybody watched NYCFC versus Philly game yesterday, the most amazing thing happened, and there was a pitch invader, and it was the cutest pitch invader ever. Oh my God, little chunky chunky trash panda butt. I was rooting for him so hard. And did you hear the commentators rooting for him? They were like I've never rooted for a raccoon so hard, but then they did. It's so funny. They did put him in a trash panda in a trash can, and they were able to escort him out. I've heard that the raccoon. I keep on calling him a panda. Sorry. I've heard he's doing well. I
You're
heard
excited.
he's fine. He's okay. But you saw the stats on him, right?
Oh my gosh, I don't have it on our deck, but I'm gonna hold up the heat map that you sent me.
Yeah, they did a whole heat map for the raccoon, so you could see where he was at on the pitch and where he was fastest. They also had a trading card for him. They also attributed him to having 161 seconds of total pitch time, which is the most of any raccoon ever on the pitch. So, everybody, we need to hashtag sign Raquinho. It's the best. I love it so much. So,
It's
um,
always the fun things. Anything else you wanna share with the world before we sign off?
I don't think so. I had thought about uh talking about something a bit controversial because it kind of pertained to women. And it was
Oh.
the whole Harrison Butker speech. I don't know how your thoughts are on that,
Oh.
but
Oh.
I'm not going to go into it now. But all I need to say is let women decide what they want to do with their lives and what makes them happiest. That's all. And also, maybe don't go to a graduation ceremony where women have spent 4+ years of their life committed to, some kind of degree
Mhm.
or a professional attribute, and then come there and tell them basically that this is probably a waste of your time, and you're going to get more joy if you just go home and have babies. But I digress.
Yeah,
Not the time or place. I
it's
understand some of
awful.
what you're saying, but not the time or place. That was completely
Yeah.
inappropriate and made me very uncomfortable considering his mother is a physicist on a very high level who gave her son the ability to be who he was in life because she was a working woman in society. And I saw the funniest comment
Really.
about this where someone said, I bet his wife's going to really enjoy working now that her husband's going to go jobless and lose $400,000 a year. But I digress.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyways, so
I agree
totally a
with that.
fan
Yeah.
of freedom of speech. I get it. You should be able to say what you want. I get it. But you should also know that you are not free from repercussions, and saying something like that is going to come with them. Like I said, just let women decide what it is that makes them happy. Don't tell a woman that if she decides to not have children, that she is failing society and she's going to be miserable and lonely for the rest of her life and have no legacy to leave. That's not okay. So,
Wow. Yeah. Mm.
yeah, I
I
saw a
think you
lot of that
summarized
out
that
there.
really well because I would have used curse words.
Yeah, no, I was reading the comments on this and oh my God, I had to stop. So, anyways, if
Really.
you're a man, do what you want. If you're a woman, do what you want. How about we all meet in the middle, have a good old time, live our life, and just enjoy what it is that makes us happy?
Yep. All right. Now, this quote has nothing to do with that. And we're just going to bring you back downhill as we wrap up this episode. Something to make you feel equally angry. But, Rocky Rodriguez, she does put this very well. She says, "We were at home. We wanted to win and we shot for a win. It's really disappointing to lose a game like that at literally the last minute. We have to accept our mistakes. We may have lost track of the little details." Oh, Rocky, you couldn't have said it better myself.
Ugh,
Disappointing end to a disappointing game, but
yeah,
at
we
least
gotta,
we
we
didn't
gotta,
make a speech insulting all women.
yeah, yeah. At the very end, I would rather lose to Houston over and over again than listen to that speech ever again. I know that says a lot, but either way, it is what it is. Angel City find a way to play till the final minute, and maybe we'll have something a little bit more happy to talk about. But until then, you know how we like to end all of our podcasts, and we're not going to change that. We're just going to try to make it better. So, Nina?
Bye.